All right, so I am moving into the history of Chinese costume. So ancient China. If you look at the first PowerPoint of introduction, you will see that dynasties of China is written there. So again, you should study them, study the list, and be able to see which dynasty we are referring to. So, for example, Shang Zhou are ancient dynasties, and then after Zhou, there was a long period of division. But then we have this Qin dynasty, Qin Shi Huangdi. You may heard of Qin Shi Huangdi. So, newly reunited country. And then in Chinese history, Han and Tang dynasty are very important. That is the beginning of ancient kingdoms. So Han and Tang, very important. Most of the official minister's robe, like the courtiers dress system, was established in Han and Tang dynasty. And then the Tang, I want you to remember this name very carefully. So Tang, Chinese clothing became internationalized. So meaning Korean Peninsula, 3 kingdoms, and unified Shilla. And then the Japan, Nara and Heian period, that's when the Chinese style court robes became their own style, their own ceremonial garments as well. So Tang dynasty is very important. Shang dynasty is supposed to be the oldest historical dynasties. There is a legendary dynasty called Xia right before Shang, but for Xia, they don't have enough archaeological evidence. So usually we talk about Shang dynasty. China, the center of the history is usually along the Yellow River. So Yellow River is here in the north, and then Yangtze River is in the south. So history usually evolves along the Yellow River. So where does the river start? From the left or from the right? Yeah, river starts from the mountain area. These are very high in altitude, and then it flows down all the way to the ocean. As it goes toward the ocean, it becomes very fertile. So the fertility of the land is important, because that means population is concentrated. You can also grow enough agricultural crops. So Anyang is slightly above the river. It's ancient capital of Shang dynasty. But if you go to Han Tang dynasty, the capital is going to be here, Xi'an. And then after Tang dynasty, Chinese history moves to the south. There is a city called Kaifeng, somewhere around here. And then the really fertile fashion center is this area along Yangtze River and Shanghai. So if you go to the bamboo canvas, the website that I created, you can find the silk production centers in China in Google Map. And most silk production centers are concentrated around here, with Shanghai, Suzhou, Hangzhou, these areas. Why? Because a lot warmer around the Yangtze River, so that population is more concentrated along here. Again, the water, the river starts somewhere in the middle of the Central Asia, and then it flows toward the ocean. Here, like Wuhan, these areas are also very fertile land with the fashionable people, but eventually it's Shanghai where you are going to see the most fashionable people of the world, even in the 20th century. So Yellow River, Yangtze River, I want you to remember these two names. Chinese name is Huanghe and Changjiang. because it's so long, they call it Changjiang, meaning long river.